makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? So I'm so beyond excited for this video. It has been a long time coming. It's finally here. I finally purchased my first Sugarpill eyeshadows and I'm going to be trying them out today. I'm so excited. Like, I have been wanting these certain colors for literally the longest time. I feel like, I don't know, there's just something about wanting something for so long and then finally getting it. Like, it's just a great feeling. So I went ahead and purchased the Mini Pro palette because I just wanted to try out a few shades. I didn't want to go all in quite yet. It definitely depends on how these ones do, depending on whether I buy more, because I really love their blue and green shades. But I just decided to go ahead and do the shades that I thought were iconic, the ones that, like, the names I knew by heart, and like just the shades that these shades speak to me. And I've been looking for the perfect greeny gold shade forever, so I wanted to go ahead and pick up Moneymaker, and I figured that was a great way to try their shimmer formula as well. So just quick little recap. Sugarpill eyeshadows, their mattes are $10 each, but the pans are pretty big, and then their shimmers are $13 each. I'm not really sure why, like most formulas, they don't do extra just because it's a shimmer, but this one does. And if you're curious, I'll just hold up like a regular eyeshadow palette in comparison so you can see the size difference between like a regular, like Makeup Geek. These are all Makeup Geek on this row, so they're huge eyeshadows. I hate having long intros. You guys probably know that. Like, I feel like for the majority of my videos, my intros are super quick and to the point. But I also wanted to mention really quickly that my friend Makeup with Mariella, we were kind of like, I bought this and she was going back and forth on buying them because they had a sale. And she's like, you know what, I have the Zulu palette from Juvia's, so I think I'm going to wait it out. And she wanted me to do a comparison. So I did swatches side by side of these. And gosh, I can't open it right now. If you guys want me to do like a side by side type thing, like one eye Juvia's, one eye Sugarpill, like look how similar some of those colors are. I feel like Sugarpill is a lot more primary and Juvia's has like some like, it's more like a mixture of colors, if that makes sense. Like this yellow isn't a true yellow, it's like a yellow with an orange undertone, whereas the one here, Buttercupcake, is a true yellow. So that's the difference that I see. But I'm going to post swatches on my Instagram and everything, so let me know if you guys want to see a comparison, because like this little palette was like $70 and this is like $17, so let me know. So I already did my brows and primed my eyelids. I actually used the new Colourpop shade 002, which I did a full video on these. I can leave linked or somewhere up here. I'm the worst YouTuber. I never know where it is. It's just, you guys will know. I don't know what's wrong with me. So the first shade I'm going to start off with is Tako right here. It's just a true white, and it's supposed to be like one of the most pigmented white ever. There's a YouTuber I used to watch. I cannot even remember her name. I think it was like something with glitter, but I love her tutorials. And she used to always use Tako from Sugarpill. So I'm just going to highlight my brow bone. A little fallout already just from the white shade. And then I'm just going to go ahead and also brighten my inner corner. Ooh. That looks really nice. Like if I was doing an all matte eye and I didn't want any shimmers, I would totally use that for my inner corner. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and start off with the yellow shade, which is Buttercupcake. And I'm just going to take that on one of my favorite blending brushes. This is the Wayne Goss number 16. And I just am going to throw that in my crease. Looks pretty pigmented. Just gonna build up a second layer. I think this shade would be so beautiful just all over the lid. Blended upwards, like just an all over yellow smoky eye. Don't see any fallout from that shade, but that is pretty bright for a yellow. When I swatched these, I was a little underwhelmed. Like, they swatched okay with 2 layers, but they just weren't like the most pigmented eyeshadows ever. But I always say, like, it doesn't matter how they swatch, because swatching is just to see the color. It matters how they apply, how they blend, all of that. And so far, they're definitely applying a lot better than they swatch. Next, I think I want to go into this orange shade right here, which is called Flamepoint. It's just like a true bright orange. So pretty. I'm using the Sigma E40. I'm just going to put that a little bit lower in my crease. So I'm just building that color up some more because I want it to be very bright. Probably going to go back in with a little bit more yellow because I think that I'm definitely losing some of the intensity of the yellow. But they're blending decent. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more yellow to the crease, just build that up some more. Okay guys, so here's what it's looking like now. I think that the colors are super vibrant. They're blending really easy. I'm liking them so far. So I think next I'm going to go into the red shade, which is Love Plus, another iconic shade. All of these are. And the Sigma brush I'm using now is E38. It's a little bit more like tapered, a little bit smaller. And I'm just going to run that even lower in my crease. Ooh, that's a nice red, you guys. Like, it's applying. Like, it looks red. I have a lot of reds that just look pink. Ooh, that's pigmented. I'm just going to go ahead and apply it first, and then I'll blend in a minute. Looks a little crazy right now because that kind of took over the orange, but I'm just going to take that same brush and I'm going to go back into Flamepoint just a touch, and I'm just going to blend the edges. I feel like this is one of those eyeshadow formulas where you could definitely blend backwards. Like, I feel like the YouTube way to blend is you do like a transition and then darker and darker and darker and darker, slowly going down. But a lot of makeup artists blend and they do a dark shade and then they use something lighter going upwards instead, which is how, like, I see Natasha Denona do it and just other makeup artists I've watched, like, videos and whatnot. So I feel like these are blending so easy and they're so pigmented that you could definitely blend like that. Switch up your technique if you're feeling it, but look how bright that is, like, and look how easy that the orange, just putting a little on top, just blended out. Look at the difference. I think whether you guys want it or not, like, depending on what your comments are, I'll decide whether I'm going to film it. But I'm definitely going to go ahead and do Juvia's versus the Sugarpill, because I'm really liking Sugarpill right now. But sometimes I do like the comparison and it, like, kind of brings me back down. Like, it's not on another level. Like, just, you have things that do the same exact thing. But right now I'm feeling like it's on another level. And once again, just going to go back in. I'm actually going to take my brush that had yellow on it and no additional product and just blend out the edges. I'm going to actually take a little bit more yellow just because I want that to be potent in the look. Just a touch. And you can see I'm applying it super bestly. I just want just a little yellow peeking through. So I've got this vision going right now. I think I'm going to apply purple in, like, the outer V, and then I'm going to cut the crease and do green into the purple. I'm just going to go into this shade right here, which is Poison Plum. The interesting thing about this shade is up close it actually has, like, tiny microscopic blue, like, sparkles in it, but it swatches like a matte, and I've always seen people apply it and it just looks like a matte, but it does have just that touch of blue iridescence. It's kind of interesting. So I love a good dark purple. So that one is super pretty, super pigmented, blending easy. I'm just going to go into the previous E38 and just lightly blend the edge again, just making sure everything's nice and soft. I feel like that's a super pretty bright purple shade. Like, I would love to do a purple smoky eye with that, but I feel like it's not, like, super deep for the outer corner. So I might go in with another shade. Here's the Makeup Forever M929. This is one of my favorite single shadows ever. Unfortunately, Makeup Forever is not cruelty free, so if you guys know of a dupe for, like, a really, really rich eggplant shade, let me know. But I'm just going to go ahead and add that to my outer corners, just a touch. So real quick, I'm just going to take a concealer and I'm going to take another brush from the Morphe That Blings. This is just a, like, flat concealer brush, and I'm going to cut my crease. Hopefully it'll look decent. I suck at this, but I've been, like, forcing myself to do cut creases all the time, trying to practice and get better. Okay, so that wasn't the worst cut crease I've ever done in my life. Moving on, let's go ahead and we're going to go into the one and only money maker right here, which actually took my money, didn't make me any money. It's definitely more of a loose shadow, like there's definitely a lot of kickback and whatnot in it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take that on the same brush. Just start packing it on. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a tiny little like crease brush, and this is the Morphe M507, and just go back into Poison Plum. And we're gonna build this up on the outer V. Okay, so I made a mistake. I should have gone all the way to the very edge with the green, because you can see the one little part where the concealer was, the purple stuck to it, and now it's like an actual line right there, which is kind of frustrating, so I'm gonna try and fix that. So I'm going back in with that eggplant shade just to kind of blend this outer corner right here. Like I said, I messed up. This is my fault, not the shadows. I tend to do this a lot. I always forget. So I'm just trying to blend with a darker purple on that line. So I try to blend that as best as I possibly can. I don't think you can really tell as much now, and I'm going to go ahead and add a wing and everything, so hopefully it should be fine. Obviously you guys can see lots and lots of fallout, so I'm going to get rid of that real quick. So for liner today, I'm going to use Inglot Gel Liner number 77. It's just a nice dark black. I got it like a week ago. I've been using it quite a bit and I like it so far. I'm currently boycotting liquid eyeliner, so I'm trying to get back into gel. And so here's what the liner looks like. It's only slightly uneven, so at least as long as I like tilt my head a little bit, you guys won't even be able to tell. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my face, and then we can do the lower lash line together and talk about my final thoughts on the Sugarpill eyeshadows. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the lower lash line with Buttercupcake, and I'm just gonna take it on a small Sigma E36. This is just a tiny little blending brush. I'm just gonna smoke that underneath. I'm gonna take the e.l.f. 202 brush. This is just a little pencil brush, and I'm gonna start off with Flamepoint, and then I'm going to go to Love Plus, and then I'm going to go to Poison Plum, and just slowly build up the lower lash line, kind of the way that we did the crease. And as the color gets darker, I'm being more precise. I think I'm going to take Poison Plum on just the like outer third. So just for the heck of it, I'm going to take a little bit of Tako again. Just gonna highlight my brow bone, even though it already looks pretty highlighted. Like this white stayed really nice and bright. And then for my inner corner, just because this eye look is so dramatic, I really want a nice bright pop and highlight, and I'm just gonna go ahead and take Wet n Wild Moon Tears, which is what I have like to highlight my entire face. I pretty much drenched myself in. So I'm just gonna take a touch of that, and I'm actually gonna wet it, just because I don't want any fallout or anything. So I'm just going to throw on some eyeliner, mascara, and lips real quick, and then I'll be right back. So this is the finished look. I really love how it turned out. I think that the colors are super vibrant, and I'm glad that I made the purchase, and then I got to try out the Sugarpill shadows, because like I said, I've been wanting to try them for so long, and overall I am happy with them. I really love this look, and I love the shades. I feel like I'm definitely going to be using them so much in the future, and the only thing I can say like negative really at this point is I'm not a huge fan of Moneymaker. I think the color is beautiful and it is pigmented, but there is tons and tons of kickback. It's just a super loose shadow, and it had tons of fallout. So I feel like next time I use it, I might use like a glitter glue, or I might wet it to make sure that it performs a little better. Which I mean, it looks absolutely beautiful. Like, I love the shade, but just the formula is not my favorite. So in general, I definitely see myself, if I purchase any more from Sugarpill, sticking to the mattes. Those are like, they stand out more to me. They actually have a shade called, I think it's called Dolly Pop, and it is a bright pink, and they did not have it available with the Pro palette, like the little shades like this, like the pans. But I saw that they have it on Beautylish in like a little compact, and I might end up buying that one because it is such a bright pink and it looks like such a beautiful shade. And I wanted to wait and try out the formula first, obviously, before I went ahead and purchased that, but I think I am going to go ahead and grab Dolly Pop. So far I'm really happy. You guys can definitely let me know if you want to see the comparison between this and the Zulu palette. But yeah, I really love the look, and so far I am impressed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.